Welcome to Management 386. I'm your instructor, Gina Simpson. I'm excited to have you in my class. During the course of Management 386, we'll talk about all things entrepreneurship. We'll take a 50,000-foot level look at the entrepreneurial process and the entrepreneurial mindset. So in other words, you're going to learn a little bit about a lot. And hopefully by the time we get to the end of the class, you'll have a much better idea of how businesses start up, how to make your startup successful, and you can better decide if you truly want to be an entrepreneur because you'll have a better idea of what it really means to start your own business. In this class, you're going to have two different places to look for information. I will put duplicate information on both sources. First of all, I'd ask you to please go to my website, ginasimpson.online, and register. After you register, there'll be a slight delay, but then in about 24 hours, you'll have access to your class. On this website, I will post your modules, all the readings that you're supposed to be responsible for, your assignments, and I'll also put some links to video lectures, just like this one. The duplicate information will be listed on Blackboard as well. Now, I do both places just because sometimes Blackboard is not reliable. It's really difficult to work with. So if you ever find yourself having problems with Blackboard or you can't log in, then you can always go to the website, ginasimpson.online, and find the same information. Now remember, it will be the same information in both places. You just have two spots that you can go look for it, just in case you have trouble. All of your assignments will be turned in on Blackboard unless it's an extra credit. If it's an extra credit, you'll just email those to me. My email address is rsimpson@culverhouse.ua.edu. Be sure you use that one and not my just UA email address. It's not super reliable. So rsimpson@culverhouse.ua.edu. Send to me all of your questions. And like I said, that's where you can email me extra credit. But all of your assignments that count for class will be completed and turned in on Blackboard. Also, your exams will be completed on Blackboard. For those, you're going to need Respond to Slapdown Browser. I will give you the dates of your exam, and your exam will be available for that 24-hour period. That is the only day that your exam will be available. I'm going to break this class down into 4 modules. We will start in the beginning with the individual level. We'll build up to the opportunity and the market level. Then we'll look at all of the due diligence that's associated with completing a business canvas. And then finally, we'll look at, well, the numbers. It's all about money, right? And we'll talk about how the financial statements tell the story of your business. So we will follow through with all 4 modules. It's important that you start in the beginning and that you follow them in order. I teach Management 386 much like a math class, whereas you need to learn the first part and then things start to build on each other. And so if you're not really sure with what's happening in the first part of the semester, then the last part of the semester might be a little bit more difficult. One thing that I would suggest is when I send out a group email, I put everyone's email on the email and in the to portion. It may be super helpful for you all if someone would like to take the initiative to create a group me so that you could all talk to each other and ask each other questions. I have found that with online classes in the past, that's really, really helpful. I will be posting a link for you so that you can set up a meeting with me if you would like to talk to me one-on-one. It will be a Calendly link, and you can go there, make an appointment, and then we'll send you either a Zoom link so we can talk in Zoom, and I'd really love to talk in Zoom, or we can make it as a phone call, whichever you're more comfortable with. Additionally, if you'd just like to meet me, because I would love to meet you, and you'd just like to set up a time to say hi, please do that too. But I will post the Calendly link for you with the times that are available on the website, ginasimpson.online, and I'll also post the link on Blackboard. So as you follow through each module, like I said, we're going to have 4 modules. You will notice that I will put the readings that you're responsible for. You will need your book. Oh, and I do have my book. Yay. You'll need your book. Start Your Own Business. It is required. So with that, make sure that you guys can see that there's not a glare. I don't care what version you get. The info is the same. They update some of the examples, but that's kind of irrelevant. So please get that book. You will need it so that you can read through a lot of the information, and you will need that for the exam. I will also give you additional readings, and I will give you the links to those. So you don't have to worry about those. Just click on the link inside the module. As you read the book, you're going to see that it's not a normal textbook, not what you're really used to. It's not going to have like bold definitions and review questions at the end of each chapter. And sometimes that can be just a little bit more difficult as you're pretty acclimated to having a textbook. But what I have found is brand new, this book is $25 as opposed to a really expensive textbook that you don't use again. The other great thing about this book that I absolutely love is that it's that book that you can put on the shelf. Let's say you finish this class and you think, oh gosh, I really like entrepreneurship and I know I want to own my own business one day, but not really right now. That's completely okay. Put this book on the shelf. It's something that when it is your turn and you decide that it is time for you to open your own business, you can go and pull it back out and the information is still accessible. Now, I hope that this all gives you a little bit of information to help you get started in class. I've already posted module 1 for you. So go ahead and start reading the information. I will post next week some video lectures to help you synthesize the info and to tell you why you're learning what you're learning. And as I do that, I'll also teach you a little bit more about my teaching style. Just so you know up front, I'm not the type of teacher who's going to give you PowerPoints or that is going to regurgitate information to you that you read on your own. I'm going to be the type of teacher that comes in with my lectures that tells you why you're learning what you're learning, how to apply it to your real life, and how to make it, more practical for you. The truth is, my job is not to make you a better student. At this point, you're either a sophomore, junior, maybe a senior in college. If you don't know how to be a good student by now, well, it's not my job to teach you to be a good student. My job is to teach you to be a good business professional and a great entrepreneur if that's what you decide you want to do. So please keep that in mind as you see my teaching style. This means that I put a lot of the impetus on you to get some things done. So reading and completing the information is up to you. If you have any questions as we move through this, just let me know. But in the meantime, between now and next week, when we get this really rolling and I post a couple more lectures for you, go read chapters 1, 2 of some of the reading that's already on module 1. You'll see the traits article is a little bit lengthy, and we'll talk about that next week too. You may want to get started on that as well. And then we will talk about how to complete your assignments. Please don't go ahead and complete the assignments for strengths and weaknesses before you've seen lectures, because if you do, they're not going to make a lot of sense. All right. So it's going to be a fun summer, a fun semester, and I cannot wait to get to know you all much better. Talk with you all soon.